for the match game, Hollywood Square, our wig from We've Got It Made, Teri Copley. Gary Burghoff. From We've Got It Made, Villard. Nedra Volz. From We've Got It Made, Urseth. And the stop for the match game, Hollywood Square's hour, Gene Rayburn and John Bowman.
Okay. You got him riled up pretty good there, Gene Wood.
Boy, I'll say.
A lively bunch. Now listen, John.
Yes, Gene.
Today, I'm going to ask you not to kiss me on the lips. I got a bad cold. Okay?
But I like doing this so much, Gene, that sometimes I just have to express
Today, no kissing on the lips. That goes for you, too.
it. Okay, it's a deal.
All right? Now,
That
you know
guy's
what we're
really
here for.
disappointed.
Who?
That guy in the middle, he's really disappointed, Gene.
That he's not going to kiss me?
Yeah.
Take care of him, Gene. You kiss him. Listen, you know what you're here for, and you know what you want, so let's give it to him, right?
Why not?
All right, let's start now the match game Hollywood Squares Hour by greeting our stars.
Oh! If you're not in the union, don't touch that.
Leave it alone. Are you ready?
All ready, yes.
You look like a little Victorian girl.
Thank you. Well, I have my Teri Copley earrings on today.
Teri Copley earrings? You loaned her the earrings?
She's lying.
What are you wearing?
Teri
that's
Copley
very
earrings.
pretty.
These are my Bonnie Urseth earrings.
Bonnie, where are your earrings, Tom?
And I left them home.
Great jacket.
This is
great unstructured.
This is his jacket, believe me. He didn't borrow it from me.
This is recycled Christmas tree tinsel.
All right, if you're all ready, let's say hello to our two contestants over here. We have Ron Barnes and Martha Walther. Welcome.
Thank you.
Let's get acquainted. Ron, tell us about you, please.
Okay, I've been married to the same woman for 25 years. I have two children who are very large and hairy now. And,
Large and hairy?
well, they've grown up.
Right.
I'm interested
They do
in...
get a little hairy when they get older,
I've
don't they?
noticed that. I'm interested in meditation, yoga, and I hold a black belt in karate.
Really?
Yeah.
You do the deep breathing and all that?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that's very good stuff. I've got to get into that. I've tried a little bit of it, and it's quite effective, isn't it?
Yes.
You
quite.
do it a couple of times a day?
More than that.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
How many times a day do you meditate?
Well, okay, I meditate about 3 times a day. As far as working out, that's kind
That's
of
different.
touch and go, yes.
Okay, Ron. Now, Martha, we welcome you. It's a little difficult to say your name real fast, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You've had a lot of trouble with that. Yeah.
Yes, I have.
It's a lovely name, but if you say Martha Walther, it's, say it real fast, everybody. Martha Walther.
Martha Walther.
Okay, you're better than I thought you were. Then. Where are you from, Martha?
I'm from Avon Lake, a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio.
Where?
Do you have a friend out there?
I think I do.
Good.
I've been in the Marine Corps for 2 years, and I'm in the military police field.
Right. Where were you trained?
I was trained in Quantico, Virginia, Officer Candidate School.
And you're a first lieutenant, are you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. May I ask what the medals are?
They're for sharpshooter on the M16 rifle and a sharpshooter with the .45 caliber pistol.
We ain't gonna fool around with her, are we?
Watch it.
It's like
Yeah.
the all-weapons
This
contestant
woman
panel.
is armed and dangerous.
Gene, you better be
Every
nice
weapon
to those
covered here.
people.
Those contestants.
All right, good luck to you, both of you. Let's begin by my explaining to you that you'll have 3 chances to match as many of the stars as you can. And the winner of that is the one who's matched the most, will go on to challenge a returning champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. Ron, you won the toss. You go first, A or B?
I'd like B, please.
All right, we're off and running. Here it is. When it's Founders Day in Fat City, You know Fat City, F-A-T-T City, Fat City. The fat people ride in a big parade on Founders Day, only instead of throwing confetti, everyone throws blank. Fat City.
Teri.
All right. Everyone seems to have an idea over here. No.
I don't even know what she's trying to spell, much less whether
Ron.
she spelled it.
When it's Founders Day in Fat City, the fat people ride in a big parade, only instead of throwing confetti, everyone throws blank.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti is very good, Ron. See, spaghetti looks a little bit like ticker tape and all that stuff they throw. So that's a good idea. And it's also, you know, if you eat too much of it, it's a little fattening. Bonnie?
Well, I thought this looked like confetti. Jelly beans.
Jelly beans? Well, here, anything fattening here. Well,
Oh, come on.
hold everything. Anything fattening here would be a good response. Now, jelly beans, if you consume too many of them, would be fattening. Gary?
Well, you know, I'm sorry. I don't know if this is a match. You know I like kids.
Yes.
You and I have known each other
Right.
for a long time. And I spend a lot of time with kids. And so I said Paschetti, but it is spaghetti.
That's what.
Oh, there it is. Right. Hey, Gary. Hello, Tom.
Well, I thought this looked like ticker tape. Donuts.
Donuts. All right. Yeah. Well, that would be fattening. Fat City, anything that, you know, and well, if you're in the parade, you grab a donut, you eat it. Right, John?
Sure, Gene.
Sure.
Martha Walther might like to kiss you on the lips.
What have you got for
I
us?
thought this looked the most like confetti. Hot buttered popcorn.
Another fattening thing, that's good.
Oh.
They just have filled with animal spirits. They really didn't mean to fool you, John. They
Grow
love
up,
you.
will you? Good answer.
Okay, Nedra.
You ain't heard booing yet. You hear this answer, then you hear the booing.
You got a dreadful one, eh?
Yeah, I didn't even know how to spell it, but that's all right.
What is it?
It's chichonis. You know those things?
Wait a minute. What are chichonis? Hold everything. I want to know what these are.
Oh, those are those deep-fried pieces of fat.
Oh, chitlins. Isn't that chitlins?
Well,
Now,
it's
don't
called
you-
chichonis.
Don't you
wait a
know that Ron would have said that? Chichonis, right?
Yes, you think.
I thought it said chickens.
No, when I was a boy, my mother used to render lard. And after the lard was rendered, there was something left in there, and it was crispy and very tasty, as I remember. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
It was
Cracklins. Cracklins, right.
What
But
does
then that's
rendering
not
mean?
exactly
You've rendered also, haven't you? All the lard renderers raise their hands. Oh, the place is loaded with
What
lard
does
renderers.
rendering mean?
Sorry, sorry.
So what are
about-
chichonis?
I'm sorry about that.
Are
Well, they're-
chichonis and cracklings the
they're-
same thing?
It was sort of, but it's the skin of the pork. There you see.
Oh,
that
pork
they-
rinds.
Yeah.
Pork.
Chichonis, yeah. This
Why
must
didn't
be
you
a-
say so?
I just got that. I would have spelled.
She tried. Anyway, what have you got for us?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I said popcorn.
Popcorn is okay. That's fast.
That's a good answer.
You're warped.
Well, Ron, you picked up one in your round one question. That's about par for the course. Matter of fact, it's a little better than par for the course in round one questions, the way they've been going. Here we go with yours, Martha. Old Oscar, the reporter, is really old. How old is he? Okay. His very first story was about a collision between two blanks. That's how old he is. Old Oscar, very old reporter.
I wrote a story about a collision between two blanks.
All right,
Thanks.
check. You ready?
So far, I don't like either one of these questions. Fat and old.
What is it?
All right, Martha. Old Oscar the reporter is really old. His very first story was about a collision between two blanks.
Horse and buggies.
Two horse and buggies. That would put him, you know, to be around 75, 80 years ago in the horse and buggy era. All right, Bonnie.
I went a lot older and drew this picture so you wouldn't notice I spelt it wrong. Dinosaurs.
That's funny. That's what I do.
Draw a picture. People
I'm a terrible speller, you know.
You really
yes,
are.
I'm also not too good at matching, I'm afraid, lately. No, I said hot air balloons.
Hot air balloons. There's a collision between two hot air balloons.
Hey, listen, folks, you should try it up here sometime. You
It's
know?
very hard up here.
Not everybody's Richard Dawson, you know.
They're saying balloon now.
Thank God for that. All right, Tom.
I matched Bonnie. I said dinosaurs.
Dinosaur. Okay.
No, Gene spelled it. I didn't spell it right at all.
I don't even know if it was right or not. All right, first story was about a collision between two blanks, John.
I chose chariots.
A very good response.
That's a good one.
Two chariots, right?
Oh, you like that response?
Chariots
So
is
can I
good.
do it now?
No. No kissing. All right, Nedra.
Well, I go back quite a ways, as you probably know, you dirty
I have
bird.
noticed, yes.
Well, I said a Duesenberg. Do you know about the Duesenberg?
Duesenberg. Duesenberg was a very classy, custom-built car of yesteryear, and at an old antique, that's redundant,
Don't
at an
use that
antique
word.
auto museum in my neighborhood, Gary Cooper's Duesenberg is there. It's an absolutely beautiful car, a splendid piece of machinery. Now, isn't that interesting?
Doesn't match, though.
Trivia.
Terry?
I said apples.
Adam and Eve, right?
Listen.
Apple?
Now, the last couple of days, we've been very lenient with you. You've given a lot of really rotten answers. And we have refrained from booing you. But if this continues...
I went back to the beginning with Adam and Eve ate the apples. They should have had a collision. We would all...
Oh, I see the logic in it now. She's going back to biblical times. Adam and Eve with the apples. All right. Excellent answer.
There's some.
All right.
Save us.
So we have the end of round one here. Ron Barnes is ahead 1-0. Round two coming up in a moment or so, right after this for you. All right, here we go to round two. Ron, you're ahead. You have to go first.
I'd like B again.
B. All right. Hey, you know, you can tell that ugly Edna is a farmer's daughter. Her face looks like it's been blanked. You can tell that ugly Edna is a farmer's daughter. Her face looks like it's been blanked. You are the perfect person, Teri.
3 questions I don't like.
Ready, Tom? Here we go, Ron. You can tell that ugly Edna's a farmer's daughter. Her face looks like it's been blanked.
Plowed.
Plowed, Ron. Okay. Not bad. What do you say, Bonnie?
Plowed.
You said plowed?
I did.
Are you a farm girl?
Yes, I am.
You are?
Well, only in the summers.
Really? What town do you farm?
Well, here in Lake, Minnesota, I used to go down to the farm every
Oh, how
summer.
nice. That's great. All right.
Did you know the girl he was talking about in the question?
Yeah, a good friend of mine.
Okay, Tom.
Oh, you skipped one?
No.
Oh.
I'm
He
not
matched-
playing? Oh, I don't write.
He
Something
matched
wrong
in
with the light
previous
here.
round.
You
The
know.
light's not working?
No.
Well, make a note of that.
I
His
was going to
light's
say
not working.
milked, but that sounded twisted. So I said plowed.
Plowed it is. All right. That's 2 for Ron. John, what have you got for us?
Well, I think our panel is plowed, but I'm plowed at you, Ron, because I said plowed.
Okay, cool.
Too bad Malcolm Walker didn't say plowed.
The girl is plotched.
I said it too.
All right.
She said fat, old, and ugly. 3 questions she
3
didn't
questions
like.
I don't like.
All right. Terry.
I said milked.
Milk.
Her face was milked.
No, that's...
I've never been on a farm.
You've never been on a farm? Come with me, my dear. No, milk is not bad, Terry. Don't feel bad about that. Not bad at all. So he's got 5. Martha, you got a little catching up to do. Beverly Hills is such a ritzy city. It's rather half-hearted, I would say. Such a ritzy city. It's the only city in the world where the parking meters accept blank. Only city in the world. All right, Martha. Beverly Hills is such a ritzy city. It's the only city in the world where the parking meters accept blank.
Gold coins.
Gold coins is good. We're doing our best to please you. Obviously, we are failing.
Yeah.
That is not a bad answer. All right, Bonnie.
What my husband hates, credit cards.
Credit cards. What do you say, Gary?
What I don't like too much either, credit cards.
Credit cards. That's a good answer.
I hate them too.
Credit
cards.
Everybody hates credit cards in the upper tier. What do you got for us, John? Silver.
Hey, what's one precious metal to another, you know? Silver dollars, you gonna give me this?
Silver dollars.
No.
Close. We're getting close to gold coins, Martha. Don't give up. Nedra.
Visa cards.
Visa. Terry, gold coins.
No, I got this one right.
Credit cards.
Right.
That's what everybody said, credit cards. At the end of round 2, 5-0. You got one more shot at it here. We'll be back right after this. We are ready for round 3. Let's begin. Ron, you're still ahead. You have to go first. There's one person you have not matched.
Very good. I'll stay with B, please.
All right. Nothing personal, Terry, but this is directed only to you. Are you ready for us? Here it is. Chester said, I think my doctor used to be a vegetarian. When he...
Veterinarian.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
They're not very nice, are they?
I must say, Robert Sherman has the best eyesight. You know, he's 40 feet away from me, and he could read it better than I could, and I'm right up on top of it here. Hey, I'll start all over again. Chester said, I think my doctor used to be a veterinarian. When he examined me, he didn't tell me to cough, he told me to blank. Piece of cake, right? I will retire and leave you to your meditation. Ready? Okay, Ron. Chester said, I think my doctor used to be a veterinarian. When he examined me, he didn't tell me to cough, he told me to blank.
Bark.
Bark it is. All right. Show and tell, Terry. Bark. Yeah. Now, Martha, the best you could do is achieve a tie. You can do that by matching all 6 stars. Here we go. Mert the strong man is really strong. How strong is he? I'm going to tell you. Not only does he rip telephone books in half, he rips telephone blanks in half. Good? Good. Ready up there? Okay. Martha?
Wait.
What?
Okay, I'm ready.
Mert the strong man is really strong. Not only does he rip telephone books in half, he rips telephone blanks in half.
Booths.
Booth.
Never say die.
The one person who booed that answer, Gene, would you belt him in the mouth there? Bonnie?
You're lucky I changed my mind. Booths.
Booths it is. You need all 6, remember. Gary?
Booths.
Okay. Tom?
Repairmen.
Repairman. So that means Ron wins the game. What the rest of you have? Come on down, Ron. Okay. Right over here, if you would please, sir. I'll be with you in a moment. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And we're going to send some gifts away from the match game.
Thank you.
Martha Walter. What do you say? All right. Now, here comes the rest of our set. 3 of more stars will be coming in here. I'm going to switch places. John will come here. I will go over there. We got lots more excitement coming your way. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Will receive a deluxe convertible dishwasher with the energy saver control that is designed to save on electricity. 7 push buttons provide up to 18 cycle selections. Solid cherry cutting board furnished by White Westinghouse. It's time for more of the match game. Hollywood Square. Power. With Billy May and McCoy. From another world, David Oliver. Leah Ayres. star of the Hollywood Square, John Bowman.
I'll never get this up again. Okay, we're going to be right back. You come back.
And now, John Bowman and the Hollywood Square.
Just learning a little karate here. See, I have a brown belt. And I'd like to congratulate Ron Barnes. You did very well. And yes, you probably will now be allowed back in your house, even though you did call your children large and hairy on national television. You will be allowed back in your house because you have made it through the match game, and you're about to take on our defending champion in Hollywood Squares. We are also going to say hello to 3 new celebrities. We have Matt McCoy, Leah Ayres, and David Oliver. Matt McCoy, this is our 3rd day where we have had several of the cast members from We Got It Made, yourself included, and I think we've showed admirable restraint, amazing restraint, really, by not mentioning your relatively new day and time.
That's right.
So that's enough restraint. What time are you on?
I'm talking to you, John. We're on Saturdays at 9 o'clock. Just moved from Thursdays, yeah, Saturday nights now.
Right. Okay. We will be watching, and I'm sure you'll be watching. But first, we got a date over here to play Hollywood Squares. Here we go. Into the game itself, we will say hello once again to our returning champion. Her name is Stephanie Ulrich. Her total for one day, it was a busy day, $21,650. So you've had a little time to ponder your newfound wealth. Any ideas what you might do with this amount of money?
It'll probably go into savings for school, to pay for school.
Okay, a wise decision, and you're certainly not done yet because we're going to play Hollywood Squares at least one more time for you. We're going to play it until you hear the time's up bell. Whoever's ahead at that point is, of course, our winner. Goes on to play Super Match for up to $30,000. You won 20 yesterday in Super Match. First game is worth $100 plus 25 for every square that either of you should capture. Our champion always has the privilege of starting, and that is you, Stephanie. Pick a star. Let's go.
Gary, please.
Gary Burghoff.
Hello.
You have a pig at home.
Yes. How did you know that?
Can you train your pig to roll over, or is that impossible?
No. That's horses that you can't train to roll over because they're not built that way. Pigs roll over all the time. They rub their backs in the mud and they jump up and down and roll over and play and bark. Pigs can roll over, definitely. It's the dumbest question I've ever heard in my life.
Stephanie, Gary seems convinced that pigs can be trained to roll over. Agree or disagree for the first square?
I disagree.
You can train a pig to roll over.
Oh, yeah.
Should have agreed with Gary. He knows his pigs. Your opponent gets the first square and $25. Pigs are very intelligent, you know. Ron, pick a star.
Nedra, please.
Okay, Nedra Volz. In a study of sexual attitudes among Americans 80 to 102 years old. You love this already, don't you?
It's about time I got a good question.
And in this study of sexual attitudes among Americans 80 to 102 years old, one sex turned out to be more sexually active than the other. Was it men or women?
Between 82 and 100?
80 and 102, but I don't suppose that would alter it very much.
Which one's the sexiest? The male or the female?
Right, most sexually active.
Would you believe neither one? No. Gotta be one, right? Gotta be. I'm going to say, no, I don't think I will. Yes, I guess I will. I'll say that the men are sexier than the women.
Bill, she says men are more sexually active than women between those ages. Agree or disagree?
I disagree.
The men it is. You should have agreed with Nedra and your opponent gets that square.
I've been around, you know.
Okay. No luck for either of you so far, but by default, there's an X and an O up on the board. Your move, Stephanie, you're playing X.
Jean, please.
Gene Rayburn.
All right.
According to the best-selling book, Dress for Success.
Yes, of course, naturally. You came to the right source.
You're at work at an average white-collar job. The air conditioning is on the blink, and it's 100 degrees in there. Is it appropriate to wear a short sleeve shirt, or should you wear long sleeves no matter what?
White collar job.
Right.
You're not naming the industry or, you know.
Average white collar job.
Average white collar job. I would say, you know, if you're in a stuffy old line organization like Lazard Frere or one of those Wall Street companies, you'd have to do long sleeves. I think in the average one, you could wear short sleeve shirts.
Agree or disagree, Stephanie?
I agree.
You should wear long sleeves no matter what. You should have disagreed with Gene, and your opponent gets that square. Okay. We will be back to complete this $100 game if we can get a right answer right after these messages.
Stay tuned for more of the match game, Hollywood Square Tower. Now, back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Square.
Well, see, the wonderful thing about Hollywood Squares is that you can get X's and O's up there by being wrong every time. Huh? Oh, go Ron. Yes, that must be you.
That's me.
How Ron is he? Okay, Ron, it's your turn. Yes, you are playing O, and you have one up. You have two up there. Why don't you pick a star for me?
I'd like David to win, please.
This is for the game, Dave.
I know.
As a change of pace, your dog steps in something you've left behind. It's your chewing gum, David.
Oh, good.
What does First Aid for Dogs say you should use to remove it from his paws? Chicken fat or peanut butter?
I know the answer to this one. This never happened to me, but I know because when I was a baby, or a kid, I used to chew gum and fall asleep and it'd get in my hair. And I know that peanut butter got it out all the time. So I would say that peanut butter will get gum out no matter where it is.
He says peanut butter will remove that gum from your dog's paws. Ron, for the game, do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Peanut butter it is. You're right to agree. You get the first right answer and you win the first game. Okay, your large hairy kids are really proud of you now because you got $175. $25 so far for you, Stephanie, but there's still plenty of time because we're going to clear the board right now. Zip right along to our next game. Yes, Gene?
John, how could he not know the answer to that? A guy with two hairy kids? He must have had peanut butter.
Sure, they get gum caught between their paws all the time, right?
Probably buys it by the gallon.
Okay, Stephanie, you lost the last game, but that means you get to start this one. Pick a star.
Bonnie, please.
Okay, Bonnie Urseth from We Got It Made.
Yeah.
You've been yelling at your husband for 12 straight hours.
Oh. Poor Jerry.
Now you've gotten hoarse.
Yes.
Should you begin whispering at him, or will that only make it worse?
I know this because I'm a singer. And the worst thing you can do for your voice is whisper. Don't whisper.
She says whispering will only make it worse. Agree or disagree, Stephanie?
agree.
Whispering will only make it worse. You're perfectly right to agree, and you get the first square in this game. Okay, there's one X up there. You are playing O. Ron Barnes. Make your move.
I'd like Gene, please.
Gene.
Here we go.
Who's older, Gene? Lawrence Welk or the polka?
Lawrence has been around a long time, and he owns a great deal of this city we're in right now. All that the Persians haven't captured. Let's see. I would say the polka is an older musical form than Lawrence Welk, who must be pushing 80. And the polka, I would say, and you perhaps as a graduate of Juilliard School of Music can corroborate this for me. The polka is older than Lawrence Welk. I have spoken.
I can't corroborate anything until I hear Ron's answer. Do you agree or disagree that the polka's older than Lawrence Welk?
I agree.
The polka it is. I will corroborate. The polka originated in the 1830s, and Lawrence Welk was born in 1903. Okay. Bet you're sorry you didn't get that one, huh, Nedra?
No,
Stephanie.
I'm glad I didn't, too.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. Stephanie, pick a star for me.
Tom, please.
Okay, Tom Villard.
Yep.
Which came first, Tom? The hair remover Nair or the first women's bowling tournament?
If I said I really know the answer to this with a straight face, you wouldn't believe me. So I'll just guess. I would think bowling has been around a longer time, and probably women's bowling leagues have been around a longer time, but I don't know anything about Nair, so I would say yes, bowling women's leagues around a longer time. Yes.
Okay. He says that women were bowling long before they could remove that hair with Nair. Agree or disagree, Stephanie?
I'll agree.
The first women's bowling tournament came first. You were right to agree, and you get the square. The bowling tournament, 1916, Nair, 1940. Okay, we're going to be back, and we're going to complete this $200 game with any luck right after these messages. Okay, 200 for the challenger and 75 for the champ so far. But we're in the middle of a $200 game, and everything hangs in the balance. You are playing Mr. Barnes. Do you have a problem? Pick a star.
Yes, I'd like Gary to block, please.
You miss this one, then Stephanie will take the game and forge into the lead. Gary, you're dining in Tahiti.
Yes, sir.
You want to leave your waiter a tip.
Uh-huh.
Is it okay for you to do this? Or is it taboo to tip in Tahiti?
It's hard to say.
Tahiti, I happen to know this because I spent so much time in Hawaii, and as you know, the two cultures overlap. They have a common ancestry. Tahiti is still has been maintained with the original culture, and it is definitely, when a Tahitian gives you something, including his or her service, it is given free of charge, and it would be a very grave insult if you did tip them.
He says it's taboo to tip in Tahiti, Ron. To block, do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
It is taboo to tip in Tahiti. You were right to agree, and you do block. Good playing. Okay.
They did the research.
Good playing, and that puts the shoe on the other foot. Stephanie, does he have you by the O's here? Pick a star.
David, to block, please.
Okay, you missed this one, then the game belongs to Ron. David, you're in the same spot again. If a married man dies while making love, who is he usually making love to? His wife or someone else?
Oh, gosh, I hope it's not someone else.
Control yourself.
Who's the authority on this one?
Someone else. I would say it would be very exciting if he was making love to someone else, so he probably wouldn't die. But... Now, wait a second. I'm going to get married. Give me time. Am I turning red yet?
Come on, Dave, we're dying here.
I would say it would be... I would say, I'll go back on that. I'll say, because of the audience, I'll say someone else.
Okay. He says that if a married man dies while making love, it's usually someone else he's making love to. Agree or disagree? Someone other than his wife. Agree or disagree? To block, Stephanie.
I'll agree.
It is usually someone else. You are right to agree, and get the square, and you do block. Okay, back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth, and back to you, Ron Barnes. You're playing O.
I'd like Teri to block, please.
You missed this one?
Oh, am I
Stephanie
on
takes the game and the lead. Teri Copley, in general, is it easier to hypnotize a Cub Scout or an old lady?
Smart aleck kid.
I would say a Cub Scout.
She says it's easier to hypnotize a Cub Scout than an old lady, Ron. For you to block, do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
It is easier to hypnotize a Cub Scout. Yes, you're right to agree.
Much easier.
And you get the square and you do block because young people are easier to hypnotize. That's the reasoning behind it. Okay, Stephanie, your move.
I'll take Matt, please.
Matt McCoy.
I feel very hot today. My mic's not on, but I feel very hot.
Who has thicker eyebrows, Matt? Brooke Shields or the Mona Lisa?
I'm going to have to go with the Mona Lisa on that one.
Okay. Now, this is once again for you to block, Stephanie. So if you miss this one, Ron will take it. He says the Mona Lisa has thicker eyebrows than Brooke Shields. Do you agree or disagree?
I'll agree.
Brooke Shields has thicker eyebrows than the Mona Lisa. Your opponent gets a square. Your opponent wins the game. All right. Congratulations, Ron. It really wasn't even close. The Mona Lisa has no eyebrows. Okay, Ron, there's a big break for you. You have won the $200 game and forged further ahead. You have $475 to $100 for Stephanie, but we're going to clear the board and move right along to our next game. This one is worth $300. Ron, you won the last game. Stephanie, that means you get to start this one. Make your move.
Bonnie, please.
Okay, Bonnie Urseth. You're a woman who overate during the holidays. Where will your newly gained weight tend to accumulate? In your rear end or in your tummy?
I'll say,
Show and tell.
From personal experience at all, but I'd say your rear end.
Okay, a seated Bonnie Urseth says it will accumulate in your rear end, Stephanie. Agree or disagree?
I'll agree.
In your rear end it is. You're right to agree and in the square. And the bell means the time is up. $475. He has done it. Ron Barnes leads it. Attaboy. Good going. Okay, your large, hairy children are beginning to love you more and more. Go over there, join Gene Rayburn for your shot at the big money. We do have to say goodbye to you, Stephanie, but it was one very, very productive day that you had on this show. You're leaving here with $21,775. And of course, our thanks for playing Match Game Hollywood Squares. Okay, Gene Rayburn, take it away.
John. All right. Now, we congratulate you, and we'll be back with our 9 celebrities for a go at the big money right after this.
And now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
Okay, thank you, Gene Wood. Here we go now. Good luck to you, Ron. Time now for the big money super match where you can win up to $30,000. This is it. We polled a recent studio audience, said write down your best answer to this. After blank. Remember, it's $1,000 for the most popular, $500 if you come up with the second most popular, and $250 for the third most popular. Any 3 of the 9 stars are allowed to suggest answers here to you. Whom do you call on first?
Gary, please.
All right, Gary, think it over and tell us how you'd fill in that blank.
I have to say, it's in the top 15. I have to say After MASH.
After MASH. Okay, there's one.
John, please.
John, have you got one?
Yeah, afternoon.
Afternoon.
Right.
All right. We got 2 of the 3 now. One more.
Terry.
Teri Copley. Think it over. And I know the third position is a little difficult, but I'm sure you can come up with one.
Math?
After what?
Math?
Oh, aftermath. Oh, aftermath. Yeah.
Or Martha Walther.
Okay, yes, right.
Is that
It's our
normal?
TH day today. So you have aftermath, after MASH, and afternoon. Choose one of those or give us one of your own. What is your pleasure?
I like After MASH.
After MASH. All right, let's find out if it's up there.
Oh, no.
And if so, where? You think he's right, audience? All right, no? What? What? Afternoon. Okay, let's take a look at the $250 response. After Hours is up there. We didn't hear that. The $500 response says afternoon. That's the audience's answer. And now the $1,000 response says aftermath. Okay.
It was a popular show.
All right. I point out with all humility to the audience, if he had listened to you, it would have cost him $500. Nothing personal.
Booed all our answers.
Just because they don't
Exactly.
Just because they don't watch After MASH.
Okay, now listen, you've got $1,000. You're going to play the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing now. And after you've made your selection, that star will reveal the hidden number. It'll be a 10, a 20, or a 30, and we will multiply the $1,000 by whatever number is revealed at that time. Time now to make your pick.
I'd like Gary, please.
All right, Gary, grab that tab
Here we
and
go.
give it
Are you
a
ready?
yank.
We have a drum roll.
Boom. 820. And you're playing for $20,000. There it is. All right, good luck to you, Ron.
Okay, just
Ready? Here we go.
that.
Ugly blank. Ugly blank. Gary made up his mind very quickly, Ron. I want you to think it over now. Remember, you want to collect that $20,000. To do that, just have to match him. This has to be an exact match. Ugly
Girl.
All right. I guess you kind of drew a blank there, huh? You said the first thing that came to your mind. One answer popped into my head immediately, and I wonder if it's the same one that you thought of. Gary, he says ugly girl will match you. What do you say?
Maybe I should have taken more time in writing this down because I should have... but I don't think so. I think that this is the usual definitive answer is duckling.
Ugly duckling is a good one. Yeah. You know, being on the show, the one that came to my head immediately was Ugly Edna, because we say that all the time. And but duckling, I think, was a better answer than Ugly Edna. And well, listen, this has not been a total loss for you because, Ron, you have at this moment $1,475, and you'll be back to play another game tomorrow. Right now, we've got this for you. All right, here we go now. We're going to reveal the big 3-0. John, would you take your seat?
Sure.
Ready, set, go.
Yankee
go. Nedra had the big 3-0. All right, stars, we'll see you tomorrow. And Ron, you'll be back tomorrow. Have another go at it. Gene Rating inviting you. Rayburn inviting you to be here. Ray, who? Anyway, come back tomorrow.
And John Bauming saying so long for the next game of Hollywood Squares Hour. See ya, and your big, large, hairy children.
Remember, our studio audience will receive the KitchenAid food processor. Chops, minces, mixes, slices, and shreds. A versatile appliance with power and speed. Practical with quality. Furnished by KitchenAid. This is Gene Wood speaking for the Mets game. Hollywood Squares Hour. A Mark Goodson television production.